Woo, look at that smoke. Oh. See you in the light, Caroline. And I'm about to come over there and body slam the tool man. What's up, everybody? Matt here. We got the tool man standing right here. We got the Eagle Creek house right here. We're gonna be out here again today to shoot part 2 of the crawl space footer. I gotta jump in my truck. Woo, look at that smoke. Run up to Lowe's, grab the joist and the jack stands, and we're gonna be back under that crawl space, working our little tails off, crawling on our knees, trying to figure out what we're doing. But right now, I'm gonna flip us around, and right over here is my boys, Southeastern Excavation. I just wanna give a shout out to Chris Dorsey. That's who dig holes in the ground for me. Check this out. We have resurrected Gump here from Santa Claus. He's got his summer face on. All right, guys, here we are. We just got back from Lowe's. We got our supplies right outside that door, right into the light, right there. And we're gonna crawl right over here to this footer right here. And Tim and I, the tool man, we're gonna take a measurement with our Fat Max tapes, best tapes in the industry. I am not paid by Fat Max. And we're gonna get a measurement for this girder, and we're gonna go out here and slice this thing up, nail this triple together, put some screws in it so we can bring it under here and fasten it right here across these joists. We just used this 4-foot level, and we leveled down from the point that we want our girder to be under down to our footer here, and we chalked a line all the way down this footer so that we can make sure that everything's perfectly straight. And we will check the jack poles with our 2-foot level once we get the girder in place. We got our girder material here. We are using a 2x8. I would rather use a 2x10, but we had to use a 2x8 because the plumbing under there is in the way, and this is all the room we have clearance for. So we're gonna triple it up. This is gonna far exceed any building code that they can think of. So don't even worry about that. I'm using the header material, the pine, which is the heavier lumber. I'm gonna measure these guys out right here at about 10'2". They will hang over just a little bit. I'm gonna get my trusty square here. Don't know why they call this a square, because I was taught in school that this was a triangle, but if anybody knows why they call it a square, let me know. I'm sure you're gonna say because it's to square up lines on lumber. Yes, I know that. Get out this trusty old rigid saw right here you've seen in some of my other videos. I got a video demonstrating this saw right here cutting treated wood. I'll post a link up in the top of the video if you want to go back and check that video out. All right, we just made a few short sticks of kindling here. Okay, so now we're gonna take these 3 pieces of wood. We're gonna look down, see which way they're crowned. That means which way they're curved. Put them all the same way. We want for that crown to be up, bowed up. That way it will sag down into place over time. All right, guys, I just put a nice pattern of nails down through here. Now we're gonna go with these 3-inch deck screws right here. And we're gonna go ahead and take these screws and put a pattern in here just to make it extra rigid. You know how we like to do stuff. We got the header under here. We're gonna have to work it above this plumbing pipe right here, the drain pipe. And we've got 2 stiff legs cut, one for the tool man's side and one for my side. We're gonna lift this baby up under there. We're gonna put these stiff legs under here and wedge them in there so that we can get it in perfect alignment and put some screws up here and hold it into the floor joist temporarily while we're setting our jack post. Put a little light tack here in my stiff leg. Let's cut this one a little bit shorter. Lift up on the beam just a little bit if you don't mind. All right, we got our beam up in place here, and now we're going to take these 3-inch screws, and I'm securing it up into each floor joist, and we will leave these temporary legs under here until we get the 2 exterior jack posts in place. All right, guys, we got this first post in, and Tim's drilling the pilot holes up here, and we're going to use these 3/8 inch by 2 inch lag bolts with a washer on them to secure the top plate into the actual girder. And then we will come down here, we'll level this up, get everything in its perfect position, and we will drill holes through that with the Milwaukee hammer rotary drill, and we'll put some red head bolts down in there and bolt this to the footer. I'm going to go ahead and install one in this side right here. Now I'm going to take the sleeve anchor and tap it down in there into the bottom. I'm going to take my impact driver. And that's all you have to do right there to attach these red heads into the concrete. All right, we're going to unbox this post right here. You've got a big section of tube, a little bit of a narrower section of tube. Here's your 2 plates. One of these plates is going to go down on the ground. The other plate we're going to bolt up here in the header. And right here goes on top of the jack, just like this. And this is what screws up and down for your adjustments. Here's the bolts that hold the post together. We're going to stick these 2 sections together, line the holes up, put a bolt through right here, screw your nut on this side, then we're going to put a second bolt right here, screw your nut on this side, which we will tighten these up tighter once we get the post in place. Before we install this post, I'm going to give you a quick tip, maybe called dropping the rock or whatever, but I'm going to use this bolt right here, and I'm going to put it in the center of the upper plate. Not sure if you can see that in the picture, but I'm going to drop this, and boom, it lands right here. Let's do that one more time. Same spot. So that's going to give me a real good general position of my bottom plate and having this level. Then we can stick the level on it once we get it up there and adjust it a little bit better. So here's the pole that we showed you we bolted up just a second ago. I'm going to position that over the bottom plate, and then I will take this top piece, screw that up on it, stick it in the top, and then I will just mildly adjust this until it goes up in the hole in the top plate. And now it is positioned. Okay. All right, now I'm going to take the level. Dang, that's pretty good, Tim.
Dropping the rock.
Dropping the rock method works. So all we needed to do was just slightly adjust that base to make that level. I'm going to grab my pair of pliers here, and I'm going to tighten this top just a little bit to snug it up before we drill the holes in the bottom to attach the red head sleeve anchor bolts. And I'm about to come over there and body slam the tool man if he can't get the camera right in this next shot. All right, cut. All right, we just finished up with this beam. Let's go over here and let me show you. So check those posts out right there. There's my 2x8 triple beam up there. The last little finishing touch that I'm doing is I'm putting these wedges up here those wedges right there actually are going to help this beam from never wanting to turn from the weight being on it. So I basically just cut a 45 on each end, and then it's going to just go right up here like so. Just like that. You got your wedge in place on each side, and this beam right here is not going anywhere. Here's one final look here. We got that 10-foot long footer. We've got these bolted in the bottom with all the red heads. And then you see that triple beam up there. Well, that concludes our video for today, and I appreciate every one of y'all out here that are watching these videos, everybody that's subscribing, and if you haven't subscribed, make sure you go down there and smash that subscribe button, turn on the post notifications so you don't miss any more of my videos, and I will see y'all in the next video.